Test, test. Thank you, Matt. Throw some royalty-free jams on. Gonna try something new to launch the game off today. Although I forgot to export it with sound, so I have to match them up myself, but you know I love producing on the fly. All good. A little spring rain to kick us off on a beautiful Monday evening, live from the Park District of Forest Park. It's been a couple weeks, but we've got Monday men's major action here behind the backstop on Field 1. And we've got 45's and Whale kicking it off. Hope you enjoyed the little intro right there. Had someone after one of the Tuesday games last week say to me, "Hey, do you know this song? You should play it." And I said, that is the perfect intro song. That's exactly the type of vibe I am trying to set for these games, and set the vibe it did. So thank you, kind watcher, for recommending that song. If you've got songs you'd like to hear during the game, send them over to me at BTB Sports Live. Like I said, we've got 45's and Whale in this one. 45's are going to have a double header tonight, playing the Pharaohs after this one. Pharaohs playing over on Field 2. Defensively for Whale, it's going to be Sherwin, Lenti, and Crawford across the outfield. Simon, Harrigan, Filkins, Perry, and Mercurio across the infield. Marcus catching, and Frank Jekiel on the mound. Batting lineup for the 45's. It's going to be Anthony Sanchez leading off, then Nate Mercado, Jeff Mustari, Vince Sacy, Joe Yaris, John Robinson, Tony Valdez, Jack Landwehr, Chris Lentine, Danny Villarreal, and Jimmy Moretti. So two teams we've seen a lot of these last few years facing off right now. Umpire Mike is on our way. Anthony is set, and we are ready to go. Want to thank you all for joining us here live at the Park District of Forest Park. That one flipped into left, right at Sherwin's feet. High hop gets it in, and that's a leadoff single. So that brings up Nate Mercado. That one misses. Frank, another one of those pickups for Whale. Talked about some of the additions they've made this season, poised to take that next step. There's a strike. And there's ball four. So first to reach on a single and a walk for the 45. Sanchez on second, Mercado on first, and in steps Jeff Mustari. Lucky number 13, looking to get 45's on the board first. Ball deep. That one finds his own. Heavy pump from Frank and the pitch. That one deep. Just missed. And there's ball four. So bases are loaded. Frank asking how deep. Mike tells Marcus he just missed. So nobody out. Base is loaded. Huge spot early in the game for Vince Sacy. That one drifts out. There's ball 4. So the first run for the 45's gift wrapped on another walk from Frank. Anthony making sure Vince touched first before the run counted. So here's Joe Yaris, still bases loaded, nobody out. Friend of the program, John Robinson, on deck. Yaris lifts that into left, over at Sherwin. That one's going to fall at his feet. Everyone moves up a base. Nate comes in to score. So another run in, still bases loaded. So it's funny, this game starts off with the courtesy. They go the other way from what we saw last Tuesday. They went with the last runner in the lineup. I'm guessing Moretti's going to be a non-runner as well, since they went down to Danny, who's just in front of Jimmy. Yeah, Matt, that was actually really close at home for a little blooper throw home from left. Nate able to come in and score, though. J-Rob hits that one. Foul to the right side. Nice to see him in the starting lineup. We're used to a one pinch hit appearance and then call it a day. He's going to have to do a little bit of heavy lifting today. Izzy asks what the count. J-Rob says 2-0 right after he fouls one off. Ball deep. Valdez on deck. Hits that one hard past Jackson Perry at second. That one's going to bring in one. Vince around. The play goes towards third. They do get an out at third. But Jeff and Vince both in to score. So Danny gunned down at third for the first out. J-Rob standing at first. Yeah, Jake, you and me both, brother. I'll take the over on J-Rob foul balls any day. High fly ball into center right at Lenti. J-Rob dekes the tag. Not going anywhere. Great throw from Jake in center. Also, hi, Jake. Good to have you with us. So here's Jack Landwehr. 2 down. 4 across so far for the 45's in this first. Landwehr hits that one into right at the feet of Crawford. High hop. Gets it in quickly. Nine-hitter Chris Lentine up now. Jimmy Moretti on deck. Lefty takes a strike, finds the back of the zone. Questionable nod of approval from Chris. That one just caught the plate. Lefty turns on that one, just foul. About 5 feet. Beautiful evening here at the park. Just around 70. Sun's out. Gonna have 70s for tomorrow's game too before it turns into the 80s as Chris hits that one high into the outfield over at Sherwin and left. Sherwin makes the catch for out number 3, but not before the 45's get 4 across in the top of the first. Whale coming up chasing 4. So bottom of the first here for Whale. Batting order is going to be Jake Lentee leading off, then Bo Filkins, Jackson Perry, Justin Crawford, Jack Harrigan, Brian Mercurio, Frank Jekiel, Frank Simon, Brian Sherwin, and Marcus. Defensively for the 45 is going to be Anthony, Tony, and Chris across the outfield, Jeff, Nate, Joe, Danny, Jack across the infield, Jimmy behind the plate, and J-Rob on the mound. So we've got the J connection here pitching and catching for the 45's. We're going to start protecting this 4-run lead early. Lentee puts that one foul. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? I should throw you one of these magnetic mics. Jake hits that one into center at the feet of Tony for a leadoff single. That's the right answer you want if you're Whale with your leadoff hitter. So in steps the artist formerly known as Bino Filkins, Bo Filkins. Rips that one into center at the feet of Valdez. Once again, big turn for Jake. Great throw from Tony in center, something we got used to watching him with Sirk. So first and second. Big Jackson Perry steps in. So J-Rob moves Yaris over to the right side. This will be interesting watching too. Jimmy pitches a lot, so you can see him kind of directing traffic back there. Strike two there from J-Rob. Nice pitch. That one off J-Rob's hand. Yaris with it. No play. Hit that one hard. Pitcher tried to knock it down. No infielders around the deflection. And much like the top of the first, we've got bases loaded, nobody out. Just a little bit differently earned in the bottom of the first. In steps Crawford, who last year in the tournament we saw him do some damage with the bases loaded. Pretty sure he hit one of our tractors. Hits that one a little bit shorter than where the tractor's parked. Sanchez under it, makes the catch. Jake's going to come in to score. Everyone moves up a base, so Whale does get one back on the sac fly off the bat of Crawford. So Jack Harrigan here with two in scoring position, one out. Hits that one back to Robinson, makes the catch, throws to second, doubles up Jackson Perry. And that's all she wrote for Whale in the bottom of the first. So a great start, stifled by the 45's defense. That's all she wrote as we head to the top of the second. 45's up 3. So top two here for 45's. It's going to be 10, 11, 1. Danny, Jimmy, and then back to Anthony. A little redemption there for J-Rob. That first one deflected off the hand, nobody around. Fills the bases up and then able to make the catch on the line drive right back at him. Little circus act there, but made the catch through over to second to get the double play. So good job escaping the jam, keeping the lead. Frank starts off with a strike. Let's see if he's a little more settled in this top half of the second. That one right at Frank. Nice catch. That one tough too, because he caught that right at the kind of foot of the shadow. So that ball came out of darkness into light real fast. Danny gave it a ride, and Frank played the part of Pole Booth in that one. This one over to third again. Frank with it, fires across, and gets Jimmy for out number 2. 10-hitter and 11-hitter, both erased by Frank Simon. Thought that one might be a little far over. Able to get his hand out to it. Plant and throw. Let's see if we can complete the trifecta here. Anthony Sanchez will have something to say about that. There's strike one. That went off the heart of the plate. Ripped into center. Jake comes up with it. Quick throw into second. Holds him to a single. So 2-out single brings up Mercado. Strike one. Over to short, off the fingertips of Harrigan. Sanchez with a heavy turn around second into third. He's coming home. The throw high. Marcus with it. Can't apply the tag, though. Rush throw just a bit high. Aggressive base running from Anthony Sanchez pays off as he comes in to score. Yeah, that's one of those where the pressure of the situation drew a quick throw, but there was a little bit more time, I think, than anticipated to get that ball there. Good effort from Marcus to go up and get it. Guagi tried to get it and stick the tag out, but just a little bit falling backwards as he made the catch. Just a smidge deep. Jeff hits that one into left. Nate's going to come around to score. Mastari's going to stop at first. So a couple timely 2-out hits. That one missed outside. Vince rips that one down the left field line. Just off the foul fence. Bounces back in. Can't ask him to go grab me a hot dog and a slushie today. Concession's not open. The pool not open. It is sunny, but not warm enough to operate a pool. It's been a great pool season at the Park District, though. A lot of weather-related delays, but those nice days have been bonkers, as we say in the business. Vince flips that one over to Perry. Makes the catch for out number 3, but not before the 45s get 2 more across on the board. We head to the bottom of the second. Whale chasing 5. So bottom of the second inning here for Whale. They're going to have 6, 7, 8 coming up. Brian Mercurio, Frank Jekyll, and Frank Simon. Got some texts of people watching, so we'll do some shout outs. Dan and I assume Sarah watching, hopefully on the big screen. Hopefully I made it over FIFA again. Always nice when you can beat out your best friend's favorite video game. And then, of course, my favorite people, Sarah and Eat Me Schroeder, are watching as she sorts and crops pictures of her nephew's 10U baseball team, Lil Warriors. I don't know what their team name actually is. I just know they're a bunch of Lil Warriors. Literally and figuratively, Maine West, but also they got that spirit. Flipped into left off the bat of Mercurio. Right at Sanchez for out number 1. But really, her mother's name is not Eat Me. It's, I believe, Jeannie? I don't know if it's do I say the E at the end? I've always just called you Mrs. Schroeder. Let's be real. I got respect. So Frank steps in with an out. Happy to have them with us. So shout out to Sarah. She's got a photography exhibit over at the Des Plaines Historical Society. We were photography friends in high school. Got to be those weird kids in the dark room, being edgy and cool. Frank hits that one into right. Chris playing it back. That's a 1-out single for the Whale pitcher. Just Gene. I was going to say it really fancy and purposely incorrect and say Jean. Heck yeah, Junior Warriors. Got it right. Frank Simon hits that one up in the air to the right side. Landwehr makes the catch in foul territory for out number 2. Shamrock Sluggers, that's a pretty dope name, not going to lie. So 2 down here for Brian Sherwin. That one deep. Looked a little high, but no indication from the ump. Sherwin lifts that one into center. Valdez froze, came in, made the catch against the belly for out number 3. Nothing doing there in the bottom of the second for Wales. Still chasing 5. 45's coming right up. So top of the third inning here for the 45's. It's going to be Yaris, Robinson, and Valdez, 5, 6, 7. That one ripped down the left field line. Looks like it's going to hook foul. Sherwin makes the catch, jumping over the line and then disappearing off your screen. Nice catch from Brian Sherwin. So J-Rob up. Flips that one down the line. Just foul. Not even a foot foul. Good look there from J-Rob. I know McTeague's sitting there somewhere. Adding a tally to the foul ball column. Yeah, that was maybe a ball wide of the foul line. Same idea right there. That one falls in fair. Little bloop single off the bat of John Robinson. Yeah, Jack Nakanishi checking in over on Facebook. I was so ecstatic when I saw he was in the lineup and pitching today because I said I see him for one pinch hit appearance a game, then he just goes and hangs out. And Des rips that one into left at the feet of Sherwin. J-Rob holding up at second to throw a bit offline, but got in there in a hurry. So first and second, one out. Oh, we're getting the whole crew back together. Nakanishi, Russ Delude checking in. Good to see you, Russ. The boys are back in town. So first and second. J-Rob's going to get a runner. Vince is going to come in and run. Jack Landwehr up to bat. One down. 5-run lead for the 45's at the moment. Jack hits that into center. Lenti coming in. Can't make the underhanded catch. Let's see if he can get a good throw to 3. That one off Vince's ankle. Frank can't make the play good. Back up there. Frank backing up Frank. So bases are loaded. Good effort from Lenti in center. That one, as he kind of tried to cradle his hands under, the ball just looked like it ran off the fingertips. Had to recover and make a running throw over towards third. It hit off Vince's ankle. Otherwise, it would have been a bang-bang play over there. But bases loaded now. One out. Chris Lentine with another opportunity here. Flew out with runners on first and second in the first. Chris rips that one deep into right. Crawford over into the gap. Makes the throw towards second. Valdez over to third. So Vince running for J-Rob comes in to score. Jack holds at first. Valdez over to 3. There is 2 down now. A 6-run lead for 45's. Danny hits that one over to Jackson. Jackson knocks it down, fires over to first, can't make the catch. Mercurio tried to one-hand that as he was stretching over. Tony in to score. First and second for the 11-hitter Moretti. Hit his last one hard, tried to split Jack and Frank over at third and short, but Frank made a nice play. Ball stuck to him, and he fired across for the out. Jamie looking for a different outcome here. That one finds his own. Fly ball over towards right center. Jake over makes the catch for out number 3, but not before the 45's get 2 more across. They've got an 8-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. 1-3, 8-1 ball game right now. Number 10 hitter Marcus hitting for the first time, then back to the top of the order with Jake and Bo. That one ripped over to left. Sanchez in, makes the catch. Back to the top with the center fielder, Jake Lenti. Jake thought that one was a little flat. Over between first and second. Into right field for a 1-out single. So Bo Filkins up here. 1-out, runner on first. Steep. High fly ball into center. Valdez a few steps back, makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Jackson Perry. Ball deep. High fly ball into left. Sanchez playing pretty deep as it is. A couple steps and under it makes the catch for out number 3. So a quiet bottom of the third for Wales, still chasing 7. 45's coming right up. Top of the order up here. Third time through the lineup for the 45's. It's going to be Sanchez, Mercado, and Mustari. Illegal pitch there. That one ripped down the line, stays in, fair by about a ball. Big turnaround first. The throw comes in, can't see it in the sun. Throw gets away, but fortunately falls into a pod of whales. Yeah, that one tough. Kind of like I was talking about with Frank over at third earlier on that line drive. You could see the throw came in with a little heat on it, and very difficult for Bo to see on that line in the sun. No harm, no foul. Sanchez at first. Mercado chops that one down to short. Harrigan across the diamond. So concedes second base. Probably would have been a close play. Takes the sure out. 1-out runner on second here for Mustari. Brushes him off the plate. There is a strike. High pop fly into left. Sherwin chasing it back, turns, makes the catch. Let's see if we get a 2-bag tag. Big turn around third, but Sanchez is going to hold. After the last inning on the bases with Sanchez, you never know. Drew the throw in. They got it in quickly. Good job by Sherwin, keeping the speedy leadoff hitter over at third. So 2 down, runner on third for Vince. Vince hits that one into the gap. No one's going to get to that. That one might hit the left fielder on field 2. Sherwin chasing it back. Vince around second. Vince touching third. And in he goes. Vince Stacey absolutely crushes that ball for a 2-run home run. Damn! So Yaris with the bases empty now, 2 outs. Little pitch and catch there. Hits that one right at Bo. Throws a rainbow over to first for out number 3, but the 2-run home run makes it a 9-run game. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Whale coming up. So bottom 4, Whale chasing 9. They've got 4, 5, 6 coming up here, hoping to make a little noise. Leadoff man reached and scored in the bottom of the 1st, and it's been fairly quiet since then, but we know this is a good Whale squad. Just takes a couple of swings to get you back into it. So it's going to be Crawford, Harrigan, and Mercurio. That one ripped into left. Big turn for Crawford, but a good throw from Sanchez. Leadoff single there. My favorite PETA checking in. Jerry, good to have you with us on a Monday. Garfield didn't like Mondays, but I think that's just because he didn't have Monday, Wednesday men's Major League action. That one over to Sanchez. Slides, can't hold on to it as he goes to the ground. Got his hands on it, got his hands under it, but did not survive the ground. Good effort from the young left fielder. Fortunate break there for Wales. So now first and second, nobody out here for Mercurio. Good to see Sanchez pop right back up, too. He kind of took a hard fall on the hip there as he tried to secure it. Ryan lifts that one high into center field, gets under it. Valdez with it. The throw goes to second. A little bit wide of second, but Yaris able to corral it. So Crawford over to third. Hopefully you at least like lasagna if you don't like Mondays either. Ron Kubicki here for the summer and watching. I believe, Ron, did your team win the outing on last week? Chopped over to third. Mastari with it. Big throw across. Nice throw from Jeff. Got rid of it quickly to get Frank over at first. So runner does move up. 2 runners in scoring position. That's good, Jerry. If you don't like Mondays, as long as you like lasagna, we're good. Frank hits that one into left center. Sanchez over, under, makes the catch for out number 3. So the first two reach, the next 3 set down in order. Nothing doing for Whale there in the bottom of the 4th, still chasing 9. 45's coming up. You know, that's what I thought, Ron, because we were feeling really good shooting a -11, and then we heard that the score was -16. And golf's pretty humbling, man. Golf's pretty humbling. So top of the 5th here for 45's. It's going to be 6, 7, 8. John Robinson, Tony Valdez, and Jack Landwehr. Yes, Jerry, I've definitely had the Freddy's lasagna. Can't think of many things from Freddy's I haven't had. Let's be real. J-Rob hits that one down the line. Just foul. Once again, his first ball, just a ball foul. Yeah, Jerry, when I moved out to the area, that's one of the first things that I was fortunate enough to try, and I haven't looked back since then. That one over to Mercurio, the tall man with the big catch radius, makes the catch for out number 1. I figured it had to be him, Ron. No, that definitely makes sense. We were feeling good though. We came in, we're like, most of the people we've talked to are right around us. We might have a chance, and then yeah, we fell apart in the back once we got the visit, the cart visit. Give a shout out to my guy Ryan Sheck. Shexy can I? That one foul just past third base. Plenty of time for me to continue my shout out. Says the whole family is watching tonight. What up, fam? Welcome to the Park District of Forest Park. We are live at game 1 of our Monday night doubleheader behind the backstop. We got 45's and Whale, and then 45's and Pharaohs after this one, which should be another action-packed game. Tony hits that one over to short. Harrigan trying to play the hop up right on the lip of the dirt and the grass. That one stayed down. A 1-out single off the bat of Tony Valdez. Jack Landwehr is going to step in. Landwehr hits that one just past Frank's outstretched arm. Good effort from Simon, but better placement from Landwehr. Well, even though I hate that you beat me at golf last week, Ron, it's really great to hear from you. I'm glad you're here for the summer, and I can't wait to see you around the park, my man. So Chris Lentine up here, 1 out, first and second. The lefty lifts that one into right center, tailing away from Crawford, but Crawford covers a lot of ground, gets that one in a hurry to Jackson Perry. Valdez over to third. Landwehr holds at 1, 2 down, first and third for Denny. Misses inside 2-0. So busy talking to Chad, I did fail to notice that Bo Filkin's on the mound now. Jackson Perry playing short center. Danny hits that one up the middle. Harrigan gets a hand on it. Can't make the play, gets it to second, but just a bit too late. So Valdez comes in to score. Landwehr over to second. So that run makes it a 10-run ball game right now, which means Wales going to have to score in the next inning. Jimmy Moretti hits that one just about a foot foul. Good ball, good look, good thought. Just unfortunately not a good landing. Moretti once again over his head, hits that over. Sherwin dives, can't make the catch, but Mike has him in foul territory. Good effort from Sherwin. No. 2-2. Pop fly into center. Jake does not even have to move to make the catch for out number 3, but 45's got that ever important 10th run lead going into the bottom of the 5th. Whale has to score to keep this bad boy going. I like what Izzy just said there talking to Jimmy. Said, I know that those were foul balls, but don't cut off your swing, man. Just swing. And sometimes that's the best advice. Just keep doing your thing. Kind of like you and me were talking about yesterday, Peoria, Matt. Just swing your swing, shoot your shot, do your thing. Do the thing that works for you. Hopefully it works for Whale here in the bottom of the 5th. 9, 10, 1. Sherwin, Marcus, and Lenti. Fly ball to center right at Valdez. Out number 1. See, since I gave a shout out to the fam, hi Ryan's dad, hi Ryan's mom, and hello Ryan's sister-in-law. And I hope the thing that you're doing is all going as well as possible right now. So, thinking about you guys. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Party Dave. Let's be real. Marcus hammers that one to Tony. Freezes in place and makes the catch. And one of the bright spots of the Whale offense in this one, Jake Lenti steps in 2 for 2. The lone run scored. The Lone Ranger, but there's 3 of you. There's a deep cut for you. Fly ball into center right at Valdez once again. Makes the catch for out number 3, and that is all she wrote in this one. 11-1 victory in 5 innings. It's been a rough start here for 45's in our Monday, Wednesday men's majors, but that is a comfortable victory that they're hoping can lead to some momentum on Mondays and Wednesdays coming up. So that's going to do it for game 1. We're going to have another one coming up shortly Whenever Pharaohs are done over on field 2, they're going to come down this way. They're going to come down this way and take them out. I don't think there's going to be much warm-ups, so we'll probably get that one going. As soon as I see them start walking over, I'll get everything changed over. Also want to say hi. Diana, parents, party on, everybody. We'll be back in a little bit. Hope you can join us behind the backstop live from the Park District of Forest Park. We will have all sorts of softball coming up. 45's and Pharaohs should be an absolute fun game. So we hope you'll join us for that one. If not, we'll be back at it tomorrow night. But hey, we'll be back here in a little bit. So we hope to see you.